Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
October 5, 2020, the Texas Attorney General accused of corruption edition. First up, EY is just getting in it deeper and deeper with its Wirecard problems as the FT takes a deep dive into the whistleblower allegations from the India unit that were not thoroughly investigated by Wirecard and indeed shut down at the insistence of Wirecard. Why anyone would trust EY that they can give a credible audit now is certainly called into question. And you have to wonder whether EY can survive this massive scandal. They obviously approved Wirecard for multiple years, but this was even after a whistleblower brought forward allegations of self-dealing, insider, and false and fraudulent books and records. So EY continues to take it on the chin. Next up, the corrupt Attorney General of Texas, who has tried in every way possible to keep cities in Texas from implementing sane COVID-19 and coronavirus protections and is a pro-voter suppression white racist fan, has a bigger problem now as 5 of his top officials resigned, or rather sent a letter to the human resources in the state indicating that they had asked federal law enforcement to investigate allegations of corruption, improper influence, abuse of office, bribery, and other potential crimes. The thing that's incredible about this is that the senior staff members were not part of the state bureaucracy. These were all appointees directly made by the Attorney General, Ken Paxton. So just a stunning development when you have your own team say that you have engaged in bribery and corruption. That is a very serious allegation. The governor said the allegations raise serious concerns. Imagine that. So he is currently under criminal indictment already. He's been under civil indictment, now dismissed from the SEC, and he's just one walking bag of bribery and corruption, apparently. Next up, with friends like this, who needs enemies, as the Trump administration, who is already in a trade war with China and needs friends in East Asia, has now opened up an inquiry into Vietnam's trade practices. So let's just go ahead and piss everyone off, particularly the few friends we have left. And the Office of Trade Representative said it would be looking into 2 issues: Vietnam's importation of use of timber and its undervalue of its currency. So typically, a country can value its currency pretty much wherever it deems appropriate. It's not a trade sanctions, but the Trump administration is going to shoot itself in the left hand, in the right hand, in the right foot, in the left foot, and who knows where else. Although, what else would you expect from them? And finally, Regal Cinemas is likely suspending operations in all U.S. locations indefinitely. That's right. The U.S.'s second largest cinema is basically, who reopened in August, is throwing in the towel and suspending its operations indefinitely, laying off all employees. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.